close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Hey everyone, today is May 12th, 2017, and I hope all of you are having a great day today. In this video, I'm going to compare my new EIBACH SPORTLINE lowering springs compared to the stock springs for my BRZ, and also compared to very expensive coilovers I've had in my cars in the past and other springs I've also had. So let's start with how it looks. Obviously, the car is a lot lower, and in my opinion, it lowered it the perfect amount. It's at the point where it's still functional, but if it was any lower, this car wouldn't be a functional daily car. It would be too low to get over speed bumps, anything you would have to go over, driveways, potholes, anything like that. It's at the perfect height. Yes, my front lip, my gritty front lip does make it more low, it does. But it's just enough where I can get over things and I can drive it to work and back and do my daily things. And another reason why I have these springs on my car for now and why I trust them is because I had a 2007 Mustang, and on that Mustang I had these springs on there. Obviously they were fitted for the Mustangs, but it was the EIBACH SPORTLINE lowering springs, and it lowered it just enough where it was functional and it looked absolutely amazing. And if any of you seen a stock Mustang or owned one, you would know that wheel gap, just like this car from the factory, is so high and they look like rally cars. So overall, the EIBACH SPORTLINE lowering springs, they did its job by making it lower. It looks phenomenal. I've gotten many compliments throughout the day already, and it's only been one day. But obviously looks is one thing, but how do they feel? How do they feel compared to the stock springs? And also, I've had very high quality coilovers in the past. How do they compare to those? So first I'll compare them to the stock springs. Obviously the stock springs feel great on the road, they really do. But they are so high on the car, it doesn't look right, and they are good quality though. If the stock springs were a little bit lower, an inch lower, I wouldn't have to replace them. It would look perfectly fine from the factory. I would just have to get wheels. But because they come like that from the factory, it is pretty much a necessity depending on where you live. If you live in hilly areas or areas that have a lot of potholes, obviously you wouldn't lower your car. But I'm in Illinois, the Chicagoland area. I have a lot of flat roads and I can have a lowered car. Give you guys a quick acceleration here. So compared to the stock springs, these are honestly very, very close feeling to them. Obviously the look of it, they look phenomenal, these EIBACH springs, but the feel of it are almost very similar to stock, except for one little thing. It is you feel, well, you hear a little bit more road noise, but not to the point where if you get really shitty springs, low quality springs, you would feel all the bumps would be really stiff. These springs aren't extremely stiff. How I would explain it is they're pretty much like the stock springs. Obviously it looks slower. You hear a little bit more road noise. Not a lot, but a little bit more. You wouldn't notice it unless you really, really think about it. But you do feel a little bit more of the road. Not every single bump, obviously, but you can feel it more. It is noticeable, but not to the point where it's annoying or to the point where it's like shitty springs. Because when I was younger, I've had really shitty springs on my Honda Civic SI, and every bump you would feel it and it would be really shitty. The ride quality would suck. The reason I bought these EIBACH springs is because it really doesn't mess or make the driving experience, the everyday driving, horrible. I'm gonna compare them to coilovers now. Obviously, there are really expensive coilovers that are extremely stiff made for racing, autocross, depending on what you're doing. Obviously, I've had coilovers, really expensive ones in the past, that were great for the track, but horrible for daily driving. I've also had coilovers that were great for the track also, but also great for daily driving. And obviously these aren't coilovers. I've had amazing coilovers that you don't feel any of the road noise whatsoever. And on top of that, it lowers the car perfectly. But the thing is with coilovers, you're paying a lot more money for them. If I was gonna permanently have coilovers, I would have bought like pretty expensive ones, good quality ones. But because I'm bagging my car, I spent what, $400 on these springs, and they feel like stock, and that's exactly what I was going for. Feeling pretty much like stock and lowering the car 1.5 to 2 inches, and I couldn't be any happier with it right now. Alright, give you guys a quick acceleration again. Might as well, because my buddy Club Spec 2 exhaust sounds phenomenal. God, this exhaust sounds so good. And I'm so happy I'm not using the silencer, and I'm so happy I didn't pick an NVIDIA exhaust. And the NVIDIA N1 sounds phenomenal, but I'm so happy with this. I couldn't be any happier with the springs I got and the exhaust I currently have. The thing with having a lowered car is you have to be more cautious of things. Opening your door because your car is lower. There is a fire truck passing by. Oh, it's an ambulance, okay. So with springs, you have to be more cautious of your surroundings when you're driving, when you're parking, going to a drive-through, everything. Yes, there's a couple things that do suck when you're at a drive-through. You have to literally, especially in this car when it's so low to the ground stock, you have to like reach up when you're trying to pay for things. It's not the best. Also, you have to be cautious when you're parking, opening your door, because you're a lot lower to the ground. And you also have to be cautious of speed bumps. You're constantly looking at the road, looking for potholes, anything that may mess up your front bumper. Because if you're going 35, or even 25 miles per hour, and you hit a solid bump, it can rip your bumper right off, and that's the last thing you want. I've owned 9 cars over the years since I was 16 years old. I'm 25 now, and most of my cars were lowered. So getting these springs on my car, getting bags for my car, I'm able to drive with them because I am so used to them. Even when my car was higher up, even with my Mustang, I was always cautious because I was so conditioned of thinking I had a lowered car. I definitely recommend these springs to anyone who is on a budget pretty much and wants a great feeling daily driver that wants your car to look phenomenal. Because EIBACH has never done me wrong, and people were saying not to get him for several reasons, but from personal experience and people that I know personally, they are great springs that are very durable and look phenomenal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short video today. I know it's really dark outside. I hope you guys can see me well. I'm not using my DSLR, I'm using my GoPro to record right now. I wanted to give you my first day review of these springs. I'll give you updates throughout. There's a really loud Harley in front of me right now. So ladies, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll give you updates over time on how these springs are. Obviously, I'm getting more mods for my car. I've owned my BRZ for, God, that motorcycle's so loud. I've owned my BRZ for a little less than 2 months, and what I've been doing is every single week I've been buying one modification. if I don't install it that week, I'm at least buying it. And that consistency is really making my car come together, making it look really good. Now that it's lowered, has my exhaust, my short shifter, I have my pretty front lip, all these mods I'm getting. My next 2 modifications I will be getting is a rear diffuser for a single exhaust for my Buddy Club Spec 2 and new wheels, because I want wheels to fill the back fender up, and it's really gonna make the car come together. Wheels really do. Wheels change the whole car completely. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video today. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below telling me what modification you want me to get for this car, what you think personally I should get for this car, and I'll put it into consideration, considering I'm pretty open to the mods I will be getting. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Heading home right now. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.